Hello, and welcome to the Pittsburgh City Council Standing Committee's meeting for January 16th, 2019. My name is Chris Dotson, and with us today is Nick Miller, our sign language interpreter. City Council will discuss the following legislation for preliminary vote. Public Works Committee, Ms. Kell Smith is the chair. New paper, 2019-1274. Resolution directing the Department of Mobility and Infrastructure to seek City Council approval for any and all transit options through Junction Hollow and Shenley Park, sponsored by Mr. O'Connor. Land Use and Economic Development Committee, Ms. Gross is the chair. The deferred paper, 2018-1008, Ordinance amending the Pittsburgh Code, Title 9, Zoning, Article 1, Section 902.03, zoning map by changing from R1AH, Residential Single Unit Attached High Density District, to LNC, Local Neighborhood Commercial District, certain property roughly bounded by Lormo Avenue, Maxwell Way, Stober Way, and Meadow Street, all in the Allegheny County Block and Lot System, 12th Ward, sponsored by Reverend Burgess. New paper, bill number 2019-1275, resolution granting unto Andy Hardy, the successors and assigns the privilege and license to construct, maintain and use at their own cost and expense a handicap ramp with handrail and landing at 2832 Murray Avenue in the 14th Ward, Council District 5 of the City of Pittsburgh, sponsored by Mr. O'Connor. Urban Recreation Committee, Mr. Cogg here is the chair. New paper, bill number 2019-1272, resolution authorizing pursuant to Chapter 173, Section 2, Commission on Naming Public Properties of the City Code, the mayor to name the north side section of the Three Rivers Heritage Trail after former Mayor Thomas J. Murphy in recognition of the 25th anniversary of his inauguration at the 57th Mayor of Pittsburgh. Intergovernmental Affairs Committee, Mr. O'Connor is the chair. Deferred paper, 2018-0764, resolution requesting the approval of an intermunicipal transfer of a liquor license number R-2128 from Praisive Inc., 300 Mall Circle Drive, Monroeville, PA, 15146, to the applicant Winghart's Burgers Marketing Inc., 5 Market Square, Pittsburgh, PA 15222, for the premises located at 5 Market Square, Pittsburgh, PA 15222, known as Winghart's Burgers, pursuant to amended Pennsylvania Liquor Code subsection 4-461. Now, this concludes the reading for January 16th, 2019. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Good morning and welcome to Pittsburgh City Council Standing Committee meeting of Wednesday, July 16th, 2019. Our first order of business is public comment. Members of the public who want to address the City Council, please come forward. You'll be given 3 minutes. The green light means your 3 minutes has begun. Yellow light means it's 1 minute to summarize. And then a red light means your time has expired. Please relinquish the podium. First speaker, please.
Bismillah. My name is Rafiq Brookins, and I reside in the city of Pittsburgh. Bismillah. Abolish the government. This is a petition to abolish the government. Why? Well, you see, back when we were attacking Iraqis and Afghanis with turbans and big beards, from the tail-light vision sets of America, the population were led to believe that Saddam Hussein had chemical weapons of mass destruction, which we have come to find out was a terrible lie indeed. But from this we can see that American democracy-based atrocities spread all over the world and all through many of humanity's major cities, full of beautiful humans that breathe and bleed. But our dear beloved Iraqis didn't deserve the United States government's alleged need to be bombed and murdered with ease. Tanks, rifles, Gatling guns, chopping down innocent men, women, and little ones. Like lumberjacks, chop down very heavy cherry trees for money because it's tons of fun. Lockheed Martin with government contracts to supply weapons caches with enough weapons of mass destruction that when they are done seeing the numbers in their bank accounts, they are going to scream, "We had tons of fun." But did they forget about the tons of young and the tons of ones killed by those tons of guns? No more sleep, no more sun, no more sons to say happy birthday to the little son. No more tons of fun for little ones blown away on the Gaza Strip by killers because of tyranny. That globally, it's hard to accept and think about, but literally, we live under one. An oppressive, elite global government regime that never seems to have enough money for education, but tons of ones for tons of guns, killing tons and tons of little ones. So let's never, please don't forget the lives that were forever lost in the name of freedom. America the Great, please save us. Uncle Sam, you are the one, we need him. This is the lie they feed him to people. Like cattle and sheep led to the slaughter. Bah and moo, vote Democrat or Republic, when both parties are sacrificing babies to Satan, committing grievous spiritual treason. But 'tis the season, so keep shopping and spending your money on needless gifts and things that's swift to be forgotten. Like when you're walking through the mall and you get a fragrance whiff, a few seconds later it's gone like the paycheck of a famous spendthrift. Life is no different than this as an analogy. I mean, think about it. How many people came to this planet? They came, then went to a place beyond the grave they're sent. Prepare for judgment. Why? Because it's the only way out, peacefully. Eternity is such a long way out. Why take such a gamble on irreversible actions that once they take place and one is on their way out, then the actions that one takes from the time they are born to the time they are torn and ripped away from the mortal flesh will be the cause of all of their future and eternal praise or scorn. A new baby is born. If little he or she only knew the serious nature of the world that they were just born into, and the evil waiting to try and destroy them just like a massive storm that was preparing for them to enter it, so that the wicked forces can start to trick and deceive it and take it down an evil path right to an eternal pit, a painful, fiery blaze of scorn. Thank you.
Next speaker, please.
My name is Yvonne F. Brown. I live in the Hill District. I haven't been here in a while, but I want to say something to KDK, to Marty Griffin. Marty is talking about the trauma he's going through with cancer. Now, I don't know whether he knows this or not, but I have wrote a program. It's called JUICE, Just Using Innovative and Community Empowerment, whereas I tell you how to make the different raw vegetable and fruit juices. To Marty, with your throat bothering you and the pain that you have, you need to drink carrot juice. Don't laugh. God made that juice. God made the carrot. All we're doing is just squeezing out the juice. Think about it. Why don't you try it? Now, I'm going to say something today because I'm asking God to guide my tongue because I'm very upset. But I was listening to a young woman talking about how she saw a young mother with the weave, the false fingernails, the hood around her, the scarf around her neck, and her little child didn't have a hat, didn't have a scarf, and no gloves. I used to be a school guard. So I'm telling any of you, if you see a child like that and the mother is all dressed and warm, call the police. You need to take that baby away. I'm serious. Do you realize that this baby's going to have problems with arthritis and stuff? Think about it. No covering on these babies. Okay, let's forget about that. Okay, I mean that, but then also I want to bring up, I was listening on the radio and I heard Anthony. Anthony is calling. Anthony is talking about you just like a dog. Anthony said what you shouldn't do. I'm telling you, City Council, I thank you for this. I brought it years ago when a reverend stopped me out and said, take it back to council. They're selling AK-47s in Wilson's, in the different places. I come and tell you, we had a hearing. The only one that came about the guns, the salsa, was Miss Carlisle. She spent 10 minutes. Peduto didn't come. Nobody came because it seemed like you didn't care. But now you do. And to Corey, he's fighting for his community. Keep it up. But it saddens me when I think about how the 5 people got killed in Wilkinsburg and where it came out about the mama's daddy, baby, and whatever. Them was human beings too. And I just read in the paper that them detectives I told you that the people were calling wouldn't come to Wilkinsburg. They even lied on the people. They wrote down lies, these detectives. And tell Crow, KDKA, this is this man, you thought I was a man? Hey, you gotta eat crow because those detectives didn't do their job. And you talked about me like a dog, but God is good because it came out in the wash. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please. Next speaker, please. Seeing no other speakers, we'll move to the roll call. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Coghill.
Here.
Mrs. Gross. Here.
Mrs. Harris.
Here.
President Crouse. Here. Mr. Lavelle. Mr. O'Connor. Mrs. Kell Smith. Mrs. Strasburger.
Here.
Reverend Burgess.
Here.
8 members present.
Thank you very much. That takes us, I believe, to the invoices. The invoices are in front of you. I need a motion for the invoices.
Motion to approve.
Need a second?
Second.
Any conversation? No conversation. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. There are no P cards. There are no interdepartmental transfers. That takes us to the first committee of the day, which is Public Works Committee. Ms. Kell Smith is the chair. We have a new paper.
Bill 1274, resolution directing the Department of Mobility and Infrastructure to seek City Council approval for any and all transit options through Junction Hollow in Shenley Park.
Motion to approve. Councilman Connor's on the phone.
Second, Mr. Carter.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm almost there. Stuck. It started to snow on the highway here. So this is a bill that I told Councilman Smith about it. I know Councilman Krause and I sort of split this project. But there's discussion about opening connector through 4 Mile Run, and the residents in the run in Greenfield get flooded often, and there is going to be a large green infrastructure project. The reason for this bill is if anybody wants access, they have to come back to council for approval, which allows us, as well as the neighborhood, more of a public dialogue, and also will give us the ability to make sure that the green infrastructure is working so that their homes and basements aren't getting flooded like they do right now. So that's the gist of the bill.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Cross.
I have no further comment. Thank you.
Any other comment? Any other questions? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay.
Aye. Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Cross.
Could we take Councilman O'Connor's committee since we have him on the phone?
Of course.
Thank you.
We'll go to the last page of the agenda, page 6 of our fast-moving meeting. Intergovernmental Affairs Committee, Mr. Carter is the chair. We have a deferred paper.
Bill 764, resolution requesting the approval of an intermunicipal transfer of liquor license from Provs Inc. to the applicant Winghart's Burger Market Inc. for the premises located at 5 Market Square, known as Winghart's Burgers, pursuant to amended Pennsylvania Liquor Code.
Mr. Carter.
Motion to approve. I believe, did we already hold a public hearing on this?
We did. Second, we did.
Okay. Motion to approve.
All right. There's already been moved in second. Any conversation, Mr. Carter?
No, I'm good.
Mr. Lavelle, it's your district, I think. All right. Any other conversation? No other conversation. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. All right, that gets us back to page 5, Land Use and Economic Development Committee. Ms. Gross is the chair. We have a deferred paper.
Bill 10008, Ordinance amending the Pittsburgh Code Title 9, Zoning Article 1, Section 90203, zoning map by changing from R1AH Residential Single Unit Attached High Density District to LNC Local Neighborhood Commercial District, certain property roughly bounded by Larimer Avenue, Maxwell Way, Stopner's Way, and Meadow Street, all in the Allegheny County Block and Lot System 12th Ward.
Need a motion to hold for a public hearing.
Motion to hold for Cablecast public hearing?
Need a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposers, nay. We have a new paper.
Bill 1275, resolution granting unto Andy Hardy, their successors, and assign the privilege and license to construct, maintain, and use at their own cost and expense a handicap ramp with handrail and landing at 2832 Murray Avenue in the 14th Ward, Council District 5.
Need a motion, Ms. Gross.
Motion to approve with discussion?
Second, Ms. Gross.
I'm supportive, I'm sorry. This is just one of the, handicap ramps. And, Mr. O'Connor, your sponsor, I assume you're supportive?
He can't hear you.
Yeah,
Still there?
Yeah, he's there, but he can't.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm supportive. This project is a house that they are converting into a business for therapeutics. So they just need a handicap ramp.
Wonderful, thank you.
Any other conversation? No other conversation. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Takes us to Urban Recreation Committee. Mr. Coghill is the chair. We have a new paper.
Bill 1272, resolution authorizing pursuant to Chapter 173, Section 2 of the City Code, the mayor to name the north side section of the Three Rivers Heritage Trail after former Mayor Thomas J. Murphy in recognition of the 25th anniversary of his inauguration as the 57th mayor of Pittsburgh.
We need a motion to hold for public hearing. Mr. Coghill.
Motion to hold for public hearing.
Need a second.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. I believe that exhausts our committee and our agenda in 10 minutes. We'll now go to motions and resolutions. Any comments? Any conversation? I have a couple of announcements. A briefing is scheduled this afternoon with sessions at 1:30 and 2 o'clock relative to upcoming bond deal. Also, an executive session will be held tomorrow, Thursday, January 17th at 1:30 relative to professional legal services. I need a motion to excuse the absent member, approve the minutes, and adjourn the meeting. So moved. Is there a second? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposers, nay. We are adjourned.